Hello everyone, this is Cheryl with CNC Are We There Yet? And today we have the privilege of speaking to the Director of Tourism here in Stuart, Florida.
Taking my chances along with my dreams.
Hello everyone, this is Cheryl with CNC Are We There Yet? And today we have the privilege of speaking to the Director of Tourism here in Stuart, Florida, Narissa.
Hi, how are you?
I met Narissa 6 years ago at the leadership class the Stuart Chamber of Commerce hosted. So for a year we took that class and I'm super grateful how quickly Narissa agreed to do this interview with us and tell us why Stuart was named the best small town.
Southern Living by Southern Living Magazine, one of the best small towns for 2022.
So share with us why people want to come to Stuart. Why is it so?
Stuart is the county seat here in Martin County, and Martin County has an incredible location because we're strategically located between several international airports. It's a great drive market. But what makes Martin County and Stuart so special is there's a 4-story height restriction. We have over 100,000 acres of parks and recreation land. You have everything from the St. Lucie River, you have the inlet, you have the estuary, which is one of the most biodiverse estuaries in the Northern Hemisphere, and then of course you have the beautiful Atlantic Ocean, which from both of us came from islands, so we're partial to that ocean living. So you have a little bit of everything, and then you even back up to Lake Okeechobee and you have a huge agricultural old Florida feeling that you don't get everywhere. We have some habitats that have been preserved here that you just don't find in South Florida anymore. Jonathan Dickinson State Park is the largest state park. We have St. Lucie Inlet State Park, which is really cool because you can only get there by kayak or paddleboard or boat. So we have some really unique off-the-grid experiences you can have here, as well as Stuart and Jensen Beach and Hobe Sound, Indian Town. We're a collection of communities here, and they're all a little different. Stuart several years ago did an ordinance, so there's no chain restaurants or chains, so everything is locally owned. So the owners are really invested in the community, and you can only find some of the products throughout there, as well as amazing restaurants throughout the area. You have Port Salerno, which is a fishing village, which in 2021 was designated as one of the must-visit places in 2021 by Matador Network, and it's an old fishing village. So you have really unique communities within one area, and it's a perfect destination because it's very affordable for South Florida. It's great for hub and spoke. If you want to stay somewhere and then go visit some of the other stuff, it's just a perfect location. So we have a lot going on, but that 4-story height restriction and the miles of beaches and all of the outdoor preservation land just allow you to kind of breathe in Florida. So I'd say that's kind of in a nutshell why.
Well, we love Stuart, and after traveling across the country for like a year, we came back and we appreciated it even more, because people come from all over to Florida, and the small towns are just the nicest places.
It's so unique, and everyone is extremely friendly. And you can have a world-class resort if you want, or you can stay at a fishing village, like a fishing. So the accommodations are different. We have old Florida motels, we have beachside properties, you have some really unique bed and breakfasts. So I like to say it's small scaled. We have some amazing attractions here that people don't necessarily think about, as well, world-class attractions, but again, it's more human scale or smaller scale, we say, because you're not going to have a long line to get in. You're not going to have that density in other places. And although people get worried about tourists, you're not going to. We have a handful of hotels here, a handful of vacation rentals, so it's not like you're going to get that overpopulation or too much density that you see in some other areas.
You can only accommodate.
We can only accommodate so much. Yeah.
But there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real family friendly. All the state parks, and we have fallen in love with the national parks and the state parks, and so. And we have to stay in the Jonathan Dickinson, because they have a RV, but everywhere was full in the winter.
Yeah,
with everybody coming down. So the bulk of the tourists come in the winter.
They do.
But summer, when the school is out, you also have...
It's a perfect time to come in the summer with families. One thing we did a couple years ago was we called it a campcation, where you come down and the parents you come down for a week. You can put your kids in these amazing day camps. Parents can spend some time with the grandparents reconnecting with each other and just kind of relaxing, and your kids are having a great time. They get them tired, so you don't have to entertain them too much, and then you get together at the end of the day and you have some meals. Like, we have some amazing surf camps here. My kids, when they were younger, did surf camp every year. We have world-class sailing. We have an amazing sailing camp here. We have equestrian camps. We have an environmental study camp. Florida Oceanographic does a camp. So we have these amazing camp experiences, and it's a great family vacation, because don't get me wrong, I have two, they're now teenagers. You love your kids, but having to constantly entertain them becomes exhausting for everybody, and then you need a vacation from your vacation.
Right.
So this way, your kids are learning stuff, they're entertained, they're doing some activities. You can sit at the beach and watch them learn to surf, or you can be around and watch what they're doing and then talk about the experiences at the end of the day. So summer's a great time here. We also launched recently, it's called the Treasure Coast Kids Quest, and we have one here in Martin County, we have one in St. Lucie County, and there's one in Indian River County. And so in Martin County, if you go to 6 of 7 attractions, you can check in. At the end of it, they get a little swag bag and a certificate, and so that's a great way to get, we have stuff to do today. Like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna hit these attractions, we're gonna hit these things, from Sailfish Splash Water Park, which is really good, to Florida Oceanographic, the Elliott Museum, House of Refuge, Jonathan Dickinson, Hope Sound Nature Center. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody else. 7 attractions. I think I got them all.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so you hit them all, and then they get a little bag with some goodies in it and stuff. And then St. Lucie County has one, as well as Indian River County. So it's a great way to get the family out in the environment. You have your to-do list of what you're doing. You don't have to do it all in a day, but it keeps everyone engaged. And at the end, the kids get just a cute little bag with some stuff and a little reward. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're learning, they're being entertained, they're enjoying it, and rewarded.
Exactly.
So that's wonderful. A great program.
Yeah. So the Indian River County actually came up with it, and we all were like, "This is great." So we did one in each of the counties that make up the Treasure Coast.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So if somebody's traveling to Stuart and they only have a short time, what's the hot spots? What's like the 3 top hot spots that you would recommend that it's a must-see?
A must-see. So, of course, beautiful beaches. There's free parking. We have 2 beaches that have cafes. We allow alcoholic beverages for adults if they want them. Really kind of laid-back beaches, so the beaches are beautiful. I would say the attractions have a pass where you can go to 4 of them at a discounted rate. So I'm going to lump those into one. So definitely the Elliott Museum, which has an amazing car collection, and it has all of the history of the area. It's just such an amazing museum that they have there. And they're also doing sound healings now, which I don't know if you've ever done a sound bath or a sound healing.
I know of it, but I haven't.
They do those there. They have a tune-up Tuesday. They have one on Sunday. The information's on our website. But you just go and you absolutely relax. And Dina, who's doing it, plays the sound, the crystal bowls, and she has gongs and bells. And if you've never had, it's like a vibrational massage. So that's at the Elliott, which is really unique. The House of Refuge is the last remaining House of Refuge. They were set up along the east coast of Florida as life-saving stations, and they've all been torn down except for the one here in Martin County. So it's an amazing historical area just to see this, because if you think back in the day, there was nothing. It was swampland, there were bears or alligators, just about everything. And if you were shipwrecked, you had nowhere to go. So these were set up, I think every 50 miles there was a house of refuge on the East Coast. So sailors could make it to a house of refuge and they'd have provisions, they'd have a place to rest, limited medical care. So it's an amazing, they were amazing facilities that were set up, and the last remaining one is here in Martin County.
That's special.
It's very special. And then if you have little children, the Children's Museum is outstanding, and they're constantly evolving and doing new activities. They have new exhibits. They're very hands-on. They also do a sensory night for children once a month. So if you have any children that have autism or any sensory concerns, you can go to the Children's Museum for that. And then I mentioned Florida Oceanographic earlier. So I'm going to put those all together as one. So the beaches, the attractions, and then downtown Stuart. On Sunday, Rock and River is a free concert. They have every Sunday, and they have Market on Main, which is the Main Street market, which is a farmer's market, as well as there's different artisan stuff there. And then you can stop into the Stuart Museum, which was the Stuart Feed Shop. It still says Feed Shop on it, which talks about the history of the area. So you can do that in downtown Stuart. So that would be my Stuart must do. If you can definitely.
Well, I think that's a lot.
That's a lot,
yeah. And all great places. Yeah, we love downtown Stuart. Yeah. We were just browsing through a couple days ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then Thursday nights, Jam and Jensen with the artist cottages there. So I'd say definitely come a Wednesday, leave a Monday if you can, so that you could get Jam and Jensen in. And then you can do the Market on Main on Sunday. Some time in there so you can get down to Hope Sound, and then Indian Town if you want some real agricultural and agritourism experience in Indian Town, and some of the best fried chicken and fried green tomatoes you've ever had at the Seminole Inn.
In Indian Town.
Mm-hmm.
Fried chicken.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
Exactly, me too.
Well, this was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Very enlightening to people that want to visit Stuart and people who live here too.
Exactly. There's so much to do.
So much to do.
It's like you said, you live somewhere and you forget about all the things there are to do until you leave and come back and you're like, oh, I remember I loved this, or there's that. So
I think I appreciate it more now coming back. It's like wherever you live, you take it for granted. You do. But and traveling is a learning experience.
It is.
So it's great for young people that you have this program. I mean, it's really good. Yeah, I always say I've learned more on my road trip than I've learned in most of my life. You know?
Yeah, just opening yourself up to different horizons is so important.
Yeah. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your
happy
time.
to be here. Discover Martin. I'll give a plug to the website. Lots of information there. So check it out, and you can find out more about Stuart and the whole Martin County
area. And what's
area.
the website?
It's discovermartin.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Larissa.
Thank you for having me.